Hello everyone, our lesson today is lesson 2 in unit 5, equation of the straight line. First, we want to remember how to get the slope. You studied in the previous years how to get the slope. If we have 2 points like x1, y1 and x2, y2, we said here the slope will be slope m equals difference between y coordinates over difference between x coordinates, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And if we have angle theta, and theta here it is the measure of the positive angle which the straight line makes with the positive direction with x-axis. So we said here the slope m will be tan theta. And if we have the equation of the straight line y equals mx plus c, we said here the slope will be the coefficient of x. So the slope here will be m. And the intercepted part from y-axis equal the absolute value of the number c. And this equation passing through the point 0 and c. Why? Because we talk about the intercepted part with y-axis, so we don't have value of x. Finally, if we have the general equation, which is ax plus by plus c equals 0. We said here the slope will be negative coefficient of x, so will be negative a over coefficient of y. So the slope here will be negative a over b. And this is the 4 cases how to get the slope. We have here in number 2, if we have here the angle, as we said here theta is the measure makes with the positive direction with x-axis. Okay, if the slope here positive, so we what did you notice here? Here we have the angle will be acute angle, and if the slope here will be negative, the angle theta here will be obtuse angle. And if the slope equals 0, we have here the straight line will be parallel to x-axis. Why? Because here we have the value of y will be constant. So as we said in how to get the slope difference of the y coordinates, so y minus y, we have the same y, it will be 0. So the slope here will be 0, and the slope will be undefined if we have the straight line parallel to y-axis. Why? Because here we have the same value of x and x in the denominator, so x minus x, the same value will be 0, and anything over 0 equals undefined. Okay, we have no value. Today inshallah we will talk about how to get the form of the equation. We have different forms of the equation of the straight line. To get the form of the equation of the straight line, we want to have 2 informations. Point belong to the straight line, and know the slope. So we want to know point belong to the straight line and the slope to get the form of the equation. Okay, here let's set the point here will be 3 or 4, and the slope, for example, will be half. Okay, we have here 3 forms of the equation. First, the form, the vector form, the parametric form, the Cartesian equation or general form. Okay, first we will talk about the vector form. The vector form we denoted by r vector equals what? Equals the point which we said here 3 and 4 plus any constant, and we said the constant here will be k times what? Times point here will be direction vector we denoted by u. The direction vector here is vector belong to the straight line, and we said the straight line we have 2 points. Like if we have, for example, a or b, How to get AB vector? We said B minus A. So we said here the difference of Y and the difference of X. So here the point here will be difference of Y and difference of X. So if we have the slope here, as we said, 1 over 2, so 1 here, difference of Y, we write here in Y, and Y, difference of X, we write it here. So here we have 2, 1, and denoted by U, which is direction vector. Okay? Again, the vector form, write the point plus k here is a constant, and U, what the meaning of U? Direction vector. It means, or if we have the slope, we get the direction vector. As we said, the slope will be Y over X. So start from Y, 1 over 2. Okay? The second form, parametric form. What the meaning of parametric form? We get X alone and Y alone from here. Here, X will be what? 3 plus 2k. So we distributed here k. So X here will be 3 plus 2k. And y equals what? 4 plus 1k. 4 plus k. Okay, what about the Cartesian equation? The Cartesian equation or general form, we have a rule: y minus y1 over x minus x1 equals m, the slope. And substitution, y as it is minus y1 here will be 4, because the point 3 and 4, over x minus 3 equals the slope half. Make cross multiplication. Here x minus 3 times 1 will be as it is, x minus 3 equals 2 times y minus 4. So 2 times y equals 2y. Negative 4 times 2 equals negative 8. Cartesian equation will be zero equation. So collect x and y and the number inside together. So here remove 2y in the other, will be x minus 2y. Here negative 3 plus 8, it will be 5. Here 2y plus 5 equals, as we said, 0. And here is the 3 different forms of the equation: vector form, parametric form, and Cartesian equation or general form. Let's solve some examples. Number 1, find the different forms of the equation of the straight line which passes through the point. So we have here the point will be 3 and negative 1, and the direction vector u will be negative 3 and 5. As we said, from the direction vector we get the slope. It means y over x. So the slope here m will be negative 5 over 3, or as it is 5 over negative 3. Okay, let's solve. First, the vector form or the vector equation. What the meaning of vector equation or vector form here? R equals point 3 and negative 1 plus constant k times u here will be negative 3 and 5. It's very easy. What about parametric form? Here, as we said, parametric, x equals and y equals. Here x equals what? 3 plus negative 3k. So it will be 3 minus 3k. And y equals negative 1 plus 5k. Negative 1 plus 5k. What about Cartesian? Here, Cartesian equation or general form will be y minus y1 here. As we said, y1 here negative 1. So y minus negative 1, it will be plus 1 over x minus x1. X here will be 3. So x minus 3 equals the slope. The slope here, as we said, 5 over negative 3. 5 over negative 3 cross multiplication. So here negative 3 times y plus 1, it will be negative 3. Let's write it here. Here negative 3y, positive 1 times negative 3, it will be negative 3 equals 5 times x, 5x minus 3 times 5 equals negative 15. Collect x and y inside together. So negative 5x minus 3y, negative 3 plus 15, it will be plus 12 equals 0. Okay, so here is the Cartesian equation. Inshallah, in the next video we will solve more examples. Thank you.